Welcome back everyone. Today we're in a game called Farming Simulator 25. I'm Jewel, and as you can see we're on the Kinlac map. We harvested corn on the last episode. We're live on this one. Appreciate everybody. Welcome in. If you can hear me, let me know in the chat. Appreciate you. And we're going to go ahead. I want to sell the corn on this episode, so I'm hoping that we'll get a little bit of money for it. Not too worried, but we're gonna head over here and sell these. We gotta get us a tractor. So hang on, let me mute this real quick. There we go. There we go. Alright. So now, which tractor do we want? Let me see. Hey there, Ray. How's it going? How are you? Appreciate you. Can you hear me good? That way I know you got the chat can hear me. I don't see anything I want in here. I wanted a blue, one of them blue ones. Here it is. This is the blue tractor I was wanting. Appreciate you for stopping by. We're gonna go ahead and back this puppy round and go get some of that corn and pick a place to take it. Because we just harvested it, and I'm not sure what we have in that other field. We might have corn over there too, to be honest. I don't know if all these are completely full. It looks like that one's not. It's going. Just got home not long ago. That's good. That is good. Anyway, let me know if you can hear me good. I appreciate it. Alright. So this one is full. So we could look and see where we could take it for a better price. Let's see what we got here. Corn. So the better price is the feed and grain south. You can hear, okay, good. Thank you so much. Alright. So, oh no, this one's more. It's just going, it says Logistic Center Railroad. I really don't want to do a railroad though. Don't want to do a railroad. So we'll probably do feed and grain. Let's see where it even is. I'm not sure where it is. I hadn't played it in so long. Let's see where that actually is. Come out where we can see that. Where is it blinking at or whatever? Here it is, right here. So it's not far away. I like that. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and go there. Alright, so we're literally already, what is this? That's the sheep barn, so we're at this end over here. So we hit this road, we can pretty well come straight down. Looks like curve, and then you're there. Alright, well that's good. So we can turn this little 9 on if you're new. You can see this. So you can see we're right here. And we got this one. So let's go this way. Let me pull it bigger so I can make double sure I'm going on the right one. Let me see. They ain't showing it too good, are they? That looks all flipped around. Looks like we have another way there. Let me look on this other map. Okay, we're going on that street. It just looks strange from this other view. I don't know. They don't show the road very good, I guess. That's what it is. So this is the road. We're gonna head on down. It also has the red thing, but I don't like it too much. Hey Rooster, DJ, how you doing? Appreciate you. You can do the links if you want to in yours. I can't do it from like how this is. Looks like we got corn over there we need to harvest too. I don't know that we can get everything done obviously on one episode. I do have bad weather coming, but I'm hoping I can get a little bit of something done. We'll see what we can get done. But appreciate everybody. Gonna try some farm sim, see how the computer likes it. Whether I can do it very long. We might do an hour, I don't know. Maybe a little more, depending on what happens. There's that grass field. I'd like to get to cutting in there again. We can go ahead and get in here again. But there's that old grass field. Try to sell some of this and we'll be all set. I think we could start harvesting some corn. 24 hours? What y'all saying? Nice in 24 hours. I'm not sure what your 24 hours is in reference to. There we go. There we go. Let's hop on in. Get this corn taken care of. Make our moolah. Let's pull up a little bit more. Alright, let's come out of here so y'all can see. I want y'all to be able to see it. And there we go. How much money? So it was at about 293. Let's see how much we make. It's a small trailer, but still decent. That ain't bad. Nah, oh, almost 10 grand. Real close. Wow. Alright, let's go head back. Get another load. Yeah, you gotta rest up all that work. Maybe you can, a 24-hour stream, yeah. Well, I don't think the weather would allow that here. No. I could handle one, I could do one. I'm tough enough to do anything if I want to. But the weather, the computer, it wouldn't let it. I think that would, depending on the game, I guess the computer would, depending on the game. This game not, it's already hot, so I don't know. So we'll see, but now we got our grass field here. We're gonna go ahead and get another trailer. That's a big building. Big work. Did you get your coop finished, or get anything done on it, or? I know you had one done, I think you said. He's working on another one. Alright, we're just gonna pull this little guy here for a minute. I guess we could pull it on over there. We got enough room. We'll park it back where it was. No, you didn't? Okay. Well, you've been so busy, so you gotta get some time first before you can finish everything. Alright, let's get another one. I don't know, this is a pretty small tractor for that big trailer. I don't know, I think I had one big tractor on the farm, kinda, sorta. We need to get a bigger tractor. 2 more, yeah. That'll be good. The bus is playing chicken. Get out of the way. Hey, here comes another one. Like a tourist town. Cows are starving to death. They all upset. They need food. At least it's a nice day on the map. It's showing a pretty scenery. Six coops, half of what you want. Wow. I know, Ray. I need to feed them. Well, I did feed them. They might have some. I think I need to feed them again, though. Definitely. I want to get the grass field done again. That bus said, no, I ain't going if the jet's coming by. Alright, so this is our place. Nice little spot. Yeah, hopefully you get to film some of it, but it's up to you what you know, however you feel like because that's a lot, you know, doing the work itself and then filming's a whole nother chore. So that's like 2 jobs. I don't turn no beacons on. Plus, if somebody's watching that can't handle that, I don't like to do that anyway. There's probably a little bit of a delay. I'm not sure how much of a delay it's at least. It could be 10 to maybe even 16-second delay as well. Alright, another 10 grand almost. Not quite, but close. $105 away from it. A lot of work for only 4 people that will watch it. What do you mean? You talking about to do all that? You don't know that though. That's the point. You don't know that. If you think that, then don't ever do it. Just don't do it ever again. But you have to try that. The only people who get somewhere on that kind of thing is try, and then change it up if that don't work. If you try enough things, you gonna figure it out, and you'll do fine. You was doing fine before. It's just, it's up to you. What you think you can do with what your work situation is or whatever. I don't know where I am. Did I pass that? Not yet. Okay, there it is. Yeah, in real life. Yeah, I know. You should always do real life stuff first. And then if you happen to get to do the other, then do. That's all you can do. But I wouldn't defeat yourself before you even try. I would post if they don't like it, they don't like it. I don't care. Whatever. Somebody don't like something I do, okay, good. Move on. And if I do something better than they like it, good. Whatever. That's the way I look at it. You're off tomorrow. You'll do some, yeah. You can't win on that one if you don't try, for sure. You can't really win at anything if you don't try. Now, if it's a matter of you just can't because of work, then don't. Only do what you can do. Don't make yourself stressed out, tired, Hey, this thing's pulling this one better than them other ones was. Due to the rain, yeah, you'll be home. Yeah. We had it bad. It was powers out over 3.5 hours from the storm we had. I heard ambulances going everywhere. I was like, man, what happened? Yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be coming in again, probably, maybe. That's why I had to go a little earlier since you said you weren't gonna do anything. I was like, well, I'll go ahead a little earlier than what I was gonna do at 7 because of the storm, and I might not can do but an hour or just over, if that. The computer definitely is warm to the touch. It's not like scalding or anything, but it's definitely. Farm Sim one definitely makes the computer work harder. It's raining this morning. Yeah, it's been raining here. It's okay right this second, maybe slightly, but it will be back stronger in a little while, I guess. I don't know. I'd have to look at the thing again. Sometimes it changes. It says it's gonna do something and then it don't. So I don't know. Which message? I thought I saw it. Making me wreck. Crash. Jet crash. I didn't. When you spoke to Ray, I didn't read it. Yeah, you speaking to Ray, same Ray. And then, let's see what you said. Okay, maybe it didn't pop up because when I looked up there a while ago, it wasn't there. So I think it's the delay. Sometimes a message don't appear right when it's done. So back up the list. It says just as well keep on the channel or what you think. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I mean, when I quit, right? Or if I keep going, I go. I don't really care about it. It is what it is. If people like it, they like it. They don't, they don't. That ain't nothing. But I ain't gonna just not do it because I assume that. I'm not gonna assume anything. Jewel the wreck jet. I know, he talking to me, making me wreck. That's all his plan was. I saw him back there conspiring, probably with Ray. He was talking to Ray about the wreck. It's like, yeah, we're gonna make a wreck. Yeah. That's what it is. I'll probably do a stream. I'm thinking about trying to do, I don't know that I am, a stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. And just for a bit and see how they go. If they don't go the way I like, I can always change that. But we'll see. And I'm trying different times depending on the weather and the computer or what game I'm playing. Like if I play Mall Simulator, I might go live at 12 in the day, like where my premiere is. It says asking should I do in real life if this channel. It says in this channel or what. Well, here's my opinion. If you're going to do it on another channel, do it now because that rule is going to be in February. So you need to make a channel now. But you don't need to make it until you at least get a couple videos, get 2 or something. Because as soon as you start, the clock's ticking. I accidentally passed it. I was going to pull in. So I would say make another YouTube channel before that time comes, or you'll have to get 8,000 hours instead for new channels after February 27th ish. And don't hold me to this. This is just I'm just talking to DJ, and that's you research all this on your own. I don't know. You know, I'm not telling y'all anything to do with that in that sense. But it's supposedly a new rule. They're going to make you have 8,000 hours for new channels after February 27th-ish or something. Well, February 2027, I believe it says. I don't know the specific day. Alright, so we did those. What do we need to do? We need to get that, let me think. We need to get the harvester and do the corn, I guess. Let me go look. Let's check on our cows. But I don't really want to tend to no cows. They probably gonna just have to starve. Y'all want to starve? Oh, they hungry. Oh my goodness. Y'all can just have a bell. That's what this is for. Yes, y'all don't get none of the other stuff. Forget it. There, happy? Take it. Come eat. Alright. So, but anyway, if you're wanting to start a channel, I say do it now. A whole new channel before that time comes, so that you can hopefully get your stuff going before then, before the rule starts. But it's talking about starting a channel. Now, I don't know what the rule is on if you didn't make the time, if you didn't get that many hours before then. I don't know if you get shifted over into the other category or not. You'd have to read all their rules. They got so many. So I don't know. They're trying to mess everybody up to where they don't want to do it, so that they don't make no money or something. Which I don't make no money on it, but I'm saying for anybody's potential. So like some people do certain things that, you know, you would expect them to make money, like certain channels, if they're doing certain things, and then they're making it so hard for those channels. It's ridiculous. I don't know, whatever you want, DJ. I ain't gonna, you know, that's up to you. Pick what you think's best. Now this, what do we got here? This is our header with the corn. So let's take this and head on out. Put this pipe up. Oh, we're gonna hit him. Ah, we don't have much room here. They don't want to give you much room here. There we go. Appreciate everybody. Welcome in if you're new. Smash the like button if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. The channel is growing quickly, and I do thank you. Stay tuned for map making in the Giants Editor. I might do a live on it one day. I just got to decide what all I can organize so that I can actually have a proper flow during a live, because I kind of have to make the right decisions in the moment on what I'm trying to do. Oh, this is bad. I thought I could kind of skate over it. Guess we're gonna have to do it the other way. Well, that made me dizzy with the way that thing looked. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I mean, whatever you like. I really don't have a major opinion on it. Not like mine matters anyway. Alright, so there is that. Okay. So are we good to harvest this? Yes. Okay. Now, I guess I could do... I don't remember the button. Is it F? What's it say? H. Okay. Call it raised milking. What does that say? I can't tell what it says. Something's on the screen or something. Well, I don't know about Ray don't like that, I'm sure. Okay, now we got hooked up to there. Now we got it. There we go. Let me pull that out of y'all's vision. Now let's see how this inside's looking. Okay, good. There's no corn in here. Last time they was trying to pull in a tractor, they was putting corn all up in here. Alright, so now we made it to the end. Let's see if we can do this. Turn this away. Up. Are we too far on that side? Or I thought we were closer to the edge. No, we're good. I didn't think we were quite making it, but we are. We might not on the corner here. We'll see. Look at that corn. That's some pretty corn. I wish they had an even better view. This is decent though. You can see the corn coming up in here. You can tell it's at the edge over there, so looking good. But yeah, I would get some videos. I wouldn't even, if I'm built, look at this. I'm just tell you. If I was building something, it would be filmed. Even to the, down to like the cool little edit things you could do with it, DJ, because you do good at editing. And you could set yourself up to have some really good edit things. Like putting even if it was holding a nail and then hitting it with a hammer, and then setting up each nail and getting a good shot so that you could do an edit of all that to where it's cool and together, and you know what I'm saying? So the shots of the wood suddenly going together at the perfect angle, and then just different things, you know, but it takes longer. So if you're in a hurry to get all that done, you're not gonna want to do it. But you can make a good video, and you do good at editing, so you should be able to do that. And there you go. Like if I was building something, either way, even if I just built it and showed that just a simple, straight out raw video of me building it, I'd show it. Like if I was doing that sort of thing. But if I was trying to make it more, you know, cool video and edit more, I would do some little tricks and things. Even the, you know how they show the boards suddenly together, or whatever you think. There we go. And then maybe at the end, if you want to paint it, you can do a painting video. You can have a whole deal with it. You could put a cool name on it, build a little plaque for the name, make a good deal. You know, a full nice thing. Make a little flower, make it cutesy. Like, are you having any kind of window? What type of coupe is it? You can make it look like a cute, nice window of a house, like, or just like the decoration wise, like shutters. Or you could do. You don't have to make like real shutters. You could just put like a little border or something. You know. So we got to jump out of here, and we're gonna go get the trailer. Oh, I can't see. So let's go get us the trailer. Where are we at anyway? We're right here. We'll jump over all this. Get us a trailer. Ah! We almost got hit. Yep, in different angles. Yeah, you could do it. Like, if you want to. It's a lot of work. So if you don't want to do all that, I get it. But if you're really trying to do the YouTube thing on that, I would do that. I wouldn't dare put a piece of wood. It would not be done without filming it. Not a piece. No, I mean little simple things. Like you can just put a border around the window. Like some one by, you know, or whatever. And then like, if you paint it, make a the cheap paint, and then paint it, make it look nice. Then paint like you could paint some flowers on it or whatever, like something pretty for the you know, for the video's sake. If you make a bunch of money, like if it's a video that actually is cool looking, you won't be worrying about how much that thing costs because it'll suddenly make the whole channel work. That's my point. Now I'm not saying spend a bunch of money. I'm saying if it's a couple bucks, then you know, whatever. This is too close. We're going to have to scoot over some. Welcome in, David. How are you? Appreciate you. A lurker. That's fine. You can lurk away, sir. Alright, let me get out of here and see if we can even get this pipe over this big old tall trailer. Look at this filthy harvester. I think DJ's been in here. Look at, he got it all dirty on all them big fields he does. What's he coming up over here doing that for? Uh-huh. Alright, so let me get up out of here where we can even see what's going on. Guess I'll back up. There we go. This is not working out. We better pull up a little bit. I gotta move that thing over there. There we go. It's Chicken Little, aka Rooster Farm. Laugh out loud. There isn't any windows. Okay. In them. Okay. Well, you could make a faux window. Why don't you make it look like there's a window? You paint it like it's a window. You see what I'm saying, DJ? Like, just something simple. Just for the video. Dress it up a little. Make them want to see what's going on with your chickens in your cute little picking coop. Now, we're going to go ahead and finish this. Let's see what we got here. Back on this again. We'll just leave that there for now until we come back around, I guess. Chicken Little Junior. Chicken Little Junior. Well, well. Yeah, there's a lot you can show. You can show putting the perch thing in the bar in there, or however you make it, and all kinds of stuff. Hey, how's it going? Grandpa Game. I can't see what it says. Grandpa, I'll just say Grandpa Game. Thanks for coming in. Welcome in. Alright, now we're going to turn. Looks like we got up and down stuff to do. So what I'm going to do is back up, spin around, and grab this line over here. Hey GTAVI, how's it going? Welcome in. Hope you are enjoying. We got some farm sim going on. Appreciate you for stopping in. Better get on this line here. Oh, we gotta adjust that. Okay, I can freestyle it for a minute. Let's freestyle it for a minute. We gotta move that trailer anyway. I'll freestyle it up to there at least. Welcome in. Yep. We got this farm sim. We got this corn harvest going on. We just sold all that other corn from the other harvest over there. And now we are on this field. Thank you, DJ, for posting links. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Appreciate you. If you like the video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Welcome in. Alright, I'm going to hop out of here and move this trailer in the way. Gotta move. Get out the way. You're gonna get fired. Alright, we'll pull over here just a little. What map am I on? I am on Kinlag. This is the DLC fishing map. and it's the one they had come out with, and I hadn't really done a full play on it, so I'm still on this one. So this is my first, I think it's my first live of the map, but it's not my first episode of the map. As you can see, it says episode 42, so there we go. We're gonna go ahead and hit that and let it get us situated back in alignment. Whoop, we didn't lower the header. We gotta lower the header. Okay, go feed your chickens, Rooster. Yeah, they're gonna get you if you don't. Alright, there we go. Appreciate everybody. I do map making in the Giants editor also if you're interested in farming simulator type things. I'm no expert or anything. I mean, I do pretty good. I'm not perfect. But if you want to check that out, there's a bunch of tutorials on the channel. So look at the playlist and it will help you kind of see what's going on with that sort of thing. Then you'll know whether you like it or not. But I do simulator gameplay. I'm trying to start going live a little bit. I usually do premieres and or videos, but I'm going to start going live about 3 days a week. See how that works. Not sure always of the time. I might try doing some at 12 p.m., which right now it's 5:11 p.m. for me. So 12 p.m., sometimes 2 p.m., and then sometimes 7 p.m. depending on the scenario or the day. I don't know exactly yet. I'll just have to fill it out and see how it goes. I'm doing it now, right now, because of the storm was going to come at 7, so I went ahead and did it a little early today. But I appreciate everybody. Feel free to write in questions in the chat. Yeah, this is the Kinlag one. I guess I'm going to leave it on this one, and we'll come back, because I want to square this back up again. We'll have to get that one in a second. Hey, simulator YouTuber, welcome in. Good to see you. We're getting some corn harvested on this Kinlag map, this fishing DLC. Got that little pond over there. We've done some fishing on here. I like the fishing a little bit. It's alright. They could have done a little bit better with it. I hope they do bring in some more things to it later. But, you know, it's not for everybody. Hope you're enjoying Farm Sim there. That's what we on today. Trying to get a little bit done. I'm going to back up and just spin around and get it while we're here. We don't want to miss it. We got off track there, so let's go ahead and do this one. But I appreciate everybody. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I appreciate it. The channel's growing quickly, and I do thank you. If you like it, hit the like button. Helps the channel. Lets others see. And pushes it in the algorithm, I suppose. Oh, we're full again. Well, at least the trailer's right there. Whoopee! Another big corn harvest. I like the corn. I think it's pretty. They did good on a lot of this stuff. There's so much stuff they could do better, but there's a lot they have already done well. So how you doing, simulator YouTuber and Grandpa Game? It says Grandpa Game Shed. It looks like I had something on my screen there and I couldn't tell what that last part was, and I didn't want to say the wrong thing. Alright, so we're going to turn here. Let's see if we can fit. There we go. Right about there. Go get in here. Open this up. They don't make it reach the level very well, do they? Oh my goodness. Looks like it's pouring out on the ground. Oh well. Good enough. Fill her up. We need our money. We made 10 grand on the small trailers. I forgot what we made. I didn't pay attention on this one, I don't think. I'm supposing we made a decent amount though, because it's a bigger trailer. We'll find out what we get on this one. Making some money. I can't wait till we get over there and cut that grass on that other one. So, we're doing good. Appreciate everybody. Alright, so let's jump back in. Go ahead and get this going. I can just freestyle this. We can close that. Alright. We'll head to the end down there. Our trailer's out of the way, so we're good there. Unless the price is lower. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it does go down when you selling it. So, and we may hold back on some because I was trying to decide what to really do with all the rest of the corn. But I went ahead and sold some because we had it for a while. And I'd like to empty some of the trailers. We gonna buy some new trailers, but I wanted to empty some of the trailers so we will have something for some of the other crop. I think I have canola or something behind me. I'd have to go look. It's been a while, so I have to go look and see. Hey John, how's it going? Huh. Hey Farmer Jewel, do I know you? Yep. Finally playing some farm sim on here on a live stream. We're not gonna go a super long time, but I started at about 4:40 p.m. It's 5:15 p.m. So we'll see what we can do. Got a weather storm coming, so I don't know. We'll see. Computer's doing fair. It's warm, but it's not so hot I need to turn off or anything like that. So we should be alright. Most games don't even do that, but the farm sim one does. Guess it's war in here they gotta do, so. Appreciate ya. Do y'all have the farm sim game, Grandpa Game Shed and Simulator YouTube? I've seen some of the different content of some, and I might forget their title on their name. But there was a lot of farm sim ones going that I used to watch a ton of, just to be there to help support channels. Can't be as many streams and write a bunch, but sometimes I'll lurk in a stream because I can't really just stay there. Yeah. So is that you, Chris? I thought it was. Is that you, Chris? I was like, I thought your name said something else on the other area. All right. You have not placed the name yet, have you? Well, I thought it was Chris, and but I didn't want to say. Is it Chris? Yes. Okay. I thought it was, but I was like, man, that looks different than what I read the other day, and I'm not gonna say it's Chris and then it not be. So, for the viewers in the chat, this is a friend of mine from way back. Well, I don't like know him personally, but he was a YouTuber, and I watched him for a long time. And then he was busy with stuff, and then he wasn't streaming anymore. Now he's streaming again. So the link that was posted with Grandpa's Game Shed, he started streaming again. So if y'all want to check him out, he does a good job. He's getting back into it, and you should jump over and give him a sub and show him some love. He's a good person, good friend. Known him a pretty good while, actually, since Farm Sim 17. Only online, of course, like YouTube type deal. So, but yep. Him and another guy made me a pink tractor once. He put his little logo of the other channel name on it, and it was pretty nice. A little, almost like hot pink looking tractor. I need to find it. I'm sure he would probably let me use it, but he may want to put his new logo on it. But it's probably it's really for 17, so I don't know how it would work for like 25. So I don't know how I would even use it for something like this. But they did good. They used to do a lot of work on stuff. He makes maps. You can check out his maps if you go to his channel. You can check out whatever map he has probably. But yep. Glad you was able to make it. It was going to be earlier. I was going to do it. Then I changed my mind because of weather, and then the weather was bad for 7. So then I'm like, I better do it early. So I went ahead and did it early. This is the first time I've done a farm sim stream because just how the computer does, I was making sure it was going to be okay. But it seems like it's doing fair enough. It's a little warm, but it's not something that's a problem. So John, That's good that you're doing good. How's your streaming stuff going? I ain't seen any more streams. You just taking a break or having more issues with that recording or the streaming stuff? Yeah, I thought your name said something else, Chris. I thought the grandpa part was right, but I didn't think the other part was that. So I was like, duh, it can't be him. Alright, there we go. Well, gonna have to turn this away. Pull up some. There we go. I'm just waiting for y'all to type. I don't see the chat moving, so I'm hoping that the chat ain't frozen. And otherwise, I wouldn't know. I'm, I'm gonna wait a minute and see if it moves. I know there's like at least a 10 to 16 or longer delay on the time y'all hear me. So, man, I love me some Farm Sim 17 back in the day. There was a lot of mods and stuff for that. I had so many mods. I didn't get to play it like I wanted to. Man, I wish I could have at the time, but I just couldn't. But man, uh-oh, we didn't lower the thing. That the weather keeps turning bad when I plan on streaming. Oh, I see, John. Sorry, I'm not sure what you said, but I hope it was nice. Ha ha ha. Well, you gonna have to watch a replay then. It was definitely nice. Uh, Definitely nice. I told people to check out your channel. He was a friend from a while back on YouTube, and good, good guy. And you make maps. You started streaming again. You used to stream and you were busy for a while, and now you're streaming again. Family chatter, yeah. Yeah, well that happens all in the background noise. Yep. That's another thing. You can't stream until you can stream because of noise. Because there's all kinds of noise that keep you from streaming. People riding motorcycles loud or anything. All kind of nonsense. But I appreciate everybody. 7 grandkids here. Yep, that's good. Well, at least you're getting to see them. That's what counts. Enjoy them while they're young. So then you can train them up, and then they can grow old. You can grow old, and they can be all helpful to you. Is this thing stopping for some reason? What in the world? There we go. Four dogs. Haha, yeah. Yeah. It can get loud. It's all I'm saying. Yeah. Oh yeah. Dogs can be loud too. Any little thing set a dog off. Look at that trailer in the field again. Jewel, you're fired. You left the trailer in the field. Don't you know better? I didn't learn anything. Left the thing right there in the way. Man, what's all that about? Alright, that's far enough, girl. Get out of there. There we go. Well, hopefully you get to do it soon, John. At least you got it going. It kind of looked like you had a little issue with the way that the size of the screen was. You might need to see about... Now, I know when I was first trying to set mine up on one of mine, it was a setting in the game I changed on the screen size, and it helped fix it. But then again, it could be one in the streaming software you're using. You may have to change that to make it fit the screen right. So you might can get it. Now you might have already done it. I just noticed it was a little bit zoomed in a little bit. So you might be able to change it though if it still is. And that might help. Let's pull this over here. So we got a good load. We ain't quite there. Let's pull out of the way so we ain't in the field. Now we'll go back to work. Got any new mods going on other than your map stuff, Chris? Ah, we didn't lower the header. Oh, Reckless Jet, look at you, wild and crazy. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? I don't know what that was about. Reckless, my goodness. Spinning wheels in the field. You really want to get fired, don't you? Okay, I see how it's gonna be. They just wanted to do a figure eight or something. Not really, yeah. Well, I don't ever mess with any like actual tractor mods or any kind of like specific mods. Now I can change some things, and if people ask me, I'll do things that I don't even know. I'll just figure it out. But as far as making any, I don't usually. I would basically I just like map stuff. Now eventually, when I finish the map, maybe I'll start looking into some of it, and I'll probably like it. But I just hadn't looked into it enough to even care. Like really, I don't play the game enough to care. Like, you know, and I'll use whatever mod people's already made, so it really don't matter. But I usually get questions on things I don't even know sometimes, and then I'll just go ahead and read something real quick, figure it out, and then go tell them how to fix it that I didn't even know, didn't even work on it before. That's usually how I do things. Then it makes me learn something. Welcome back there, DJ or Rooster. That Grandpa Game Shed is a friend of mine from way back before any of y'all from FS17. He used to do streams. So his name's Chris. So maybe y'all can go check him out. He started streaming again, so y'all would probably like some of his stuff. He does map making. He sometimes does mod work. Depends on when he can, when he's not busy. You know him? Okay, good. Yeah, I know him from way back. Yeah, that is a good option. You hadn't messed with it? Okay. That's good, John. Yeah, I remember I changed one of my games. It's all I had to change was something in there. It fixed one problem. But it could be in the software. You need to change what the size of your screen of your actual monitor, and you might be okay, I believe. Don't hold me to that. Not an expert. But if you can find out that information and then put it to that, it might work. Yeah, you started in like 15. I didn't see you until 17. That was well, not your video, but I saw somebody be acting like crazy on Farm Sim 17. It's my first exposure to it, because I just typed in game on the internet, because I really wasn't doing any game or anything. And I was just trying to look for something to watch, and I typed in game, simulator game, and it pulled up stuff like Farm Sim. And then I saw somebody playing and cutting up and letting the train hit their tractors or trucks or whatever and cutting up. And I'm like, wow, that's a pretty good game, man. You can do all that. And then I looked around and happened to see your channel somehow. And then that's how I found your channel, through seeing that Farm Sim thing. And then after that, I went ahead and bought the game. So then I bought one ever since. But yeah, that's cool. I didn't play 15, but once, like just after the fact, like way after the fact, just to test it. It was nice. I didn't really play enough to really know enough about it, but it was nice. It was good. But 17 still gonna be my favorite, but it was just because it was the first one I played. But you know how that is. So I think this one's gonna get full. Your chickens happy? You done got them all squared away, DJ? They probably ready for their coop. They're mad that you ain't finished all of them yet. They want their new house. Yeah, we're gonna fill this puppy right up. we go. Nice. Now we'll drive this on out of the way. Yep, in bed. Alright. That's good. Yeah, it's later for y'all. Everybody's such a different time. It's hard to really get anything situated. I'm not even going to drive out of the field because I want to finish up harvesting. So let's go get a trailer over here. And that way we can keep loading. Nice little harvest. I'm gonna try to do a stream on my map, but it's gonna have to be stuff like, I don't want to do a bunch of XML work on it while I'm live because I like to do them as smaller videos for people so they don't have such a hard time looking for the information. But like with just molding or picking places or sculpting places, I'll probably do some of that on a stream or something. But I gotta start getting a lot more done. I want to get finished with it. So there we go. Get this going. We still could unload, but I'm gonna go on and finish filling again before we unload. Appreciate everybody. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you haven't already. It's got I got a lot of gameplay and simulator stuff, and I also do map making in Giants Editor for Farming Simulator 22, 19, and 25. So if you're interested in that, check out the playlist, and I do appreciate you. And you feel free to write in the chat. I'll answer any questions if I know them. Now there's some questions on my Giants Editor stuff people's asked, and I wrote some. Some of them I'm saving for a video, to try to do a video to show how to do what they asked. So if I don't answer you right away on your question, chances are I'm trying to wait long enough and get ready to do a video on it and have time to do a video on it to show you how to do it. But sometimes YouTube don't show you the comment, so I don't see it because they just never showed it. And I didn't know to look at the video again to see that there was one. But some of them I hold back for a little bit so I don't lose the comment, so I can do a video on it. Because I want to make sure the question is, some things you can't just type in a couple words to get you the answer you need. You need to see it. So, yep. But after that map gets done, we may do something else. Maybe do a smaller map and do it faster. Like I'll just do it kind of like at a quicker speed. Like not trying to show tutorial parts necessarily, but just building it. So I can do it more in a episode and not having to worry about explaining anything. So I might do it that way. So we can do another map. But I'm planning, if I do finish the Joel's Peaceful Valley, and I'll say that because I'm not trying to necessarily make it to be a map to give to people, but I would if it finishes and it's okay. But it's mostly a tutorial map, but it was for me, but it was mostly just for tutorial sake. But if it turns out okay, I will give it out or whatever, but it's not meant, well, it's never meant for that. So that's why it's not being rushed. You're like, oh, it's never going to get through. Well, it may not. It wasn't meant for that. It was meant for tutorials. So, but it should. I'm trying to hurry. I'm real close on molding most of what I need to mold for the roads. I'm picking some few more roads, and I'm going to mold them. Once I have all the roads picked and molded, and most of the XML down, then I'm hoping to go on and do the roads. So I'm gonna pull that over here. There we go. It's a little bitty old trailer. I definitely need some more trailers. I think we got plenty to fill up what we got. We got enough corn in the field to fill up what trailers we got. So we should be good. I guess you're tired from work, DJ, and probably Chris too. Anybody else in the chat that's tired? Yeah, I don't. I know how it is. It's just hopefully y'all can relax and rest up from your long day. Look at that thing spinning. It looks nice. I love the way they got all the little parts that look so nice. The little smoke thing. Looks good. Alright, so let's head on back. Get this going again. Yep, that's good. Watching TV in bed. That's the way to do it. Relax. Try to feel better. Get ready for the next day. We don't normally have long power outages like we had. I was shocked that it stayed out. Usually it goes out and comes right back on. Or it's a couple minutes or 10 minutes or something. Now if it's a storm, like a major storm, we might be without. Or a hurricane, we might be without. But a lot of times in the hurricanes we're not even out, depending on the hurricane and what happens. But man, this time it was out. I was like, wow. Definitely was out. Pick this up so we can drive faster. I like the scenery though. They're doing good on the scenery. I hope they keep getting better and better at the scenery. Because it's nice. There we go. The grid for this steering assist is great. I mean, you can turn the lines off. I would, but it's really not that big a deal. We can go inside for a minute. I like the way it looks. I just think they could have done a little bit bigger ears of corn. But I guess that's alright. It looks nice. Not much for driving in them. I always drive out of the cab. I need to do it more in cab driving. I know some of y'all like it. I'll try to do more in cab driving. I don't like the glare. See how bad that glare is? It's almost like no point. I get it would be a glare, don't misunderstand me. But it's like, really? It messes up the view. Maybe they should let us have it where we can have a glare and then turn it off. Because it's always just, look at it. It's just blocking the forward view there. But we're going to pop out of there so we can unload. Appreciate it, everybody. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Hit that like button. Channel's growing quickly, and I do thank you. On our way to 2,000 subs, so that's good. I appreciate every single one of you. And we'll see what we can do. I'm gonna try to do more Farm Sim and some other games. I have some newer games to play. Well, not necessarily new to the gaming setup, but it's newer games as far as they're not new, but new to me. Let's put it that way. So I have some of them I could play, but I'll have to see what y'all like. I have several new games that I bought that I never played or even downloaded. I just bought them. I got a bunch of them. I would play Power Wash Simulator, but it kind of gave me a headache because they would never let me finish. One of the first jobs is like a big job, and they just wouldn't let you finish. And I'm gonna pull this right here and get that last little bit, and then we'll take them to sell because there's barely any in there in the thing, which I don't even know if we even should. Honestly, it's not much in there. I don't think we should. I think we should just take it and sell it. There's barely any corn in there. We'll dump it in the other trailer, but I don't think we're going to sell it right now. We'll just go sell this. Alright, let's go sell this. There we go. I'll jump in there for y'all. I'm not a fan of some of these. They put you in a bad position. They don't get you where it looks good. Alright. But yeah, I love the map making. Now, Chris is one of the ones that first kind of was giving me an idea, kind of how it went. Like I was at something. Oh yeah, I remember. I was putting my name on that front screen when you first go in the game, and I had put an apostrophe. Well, I did everything right, but that apostrophe was something it didn't like, and he looked at it. Well, I reckon. And he looked at it and found out that I'm not supposed to have that in the little code area of the apostrophe. So that's why it was tripping out, not working. So I took away the apostrophe and it worked. So that's the Chris help there from way back when, like on FS17, when I was first starting to mess with a map. I still have that map, but I never did get to do much on it because of it changed, went to 19 and so on and so forth. There we go. Alright. This is the kind of game you could do a bunch of ASMR of because it's so fun just to watch the work. If, you know, I'm not the best little driver on there, but I need to get a controller back out again and use it. But it's got some good scenery. Laugh out loud, I still have every one I ever made. Cool. Yeah. You talking about the maps? Yeah, that's cool. Because you did a lot of different things. And for different, like, farm sim games. Like, I have FS17 one, but like I said, I didn't get to do, I barely got the DEM in there, molded my ground, situated it, smoothed it out. I added a few little things. I think I added some animals, or was starting to. And then boom, 19 came out. Then couldn't do it because the computer wouldn't let me do 19 because I had an older computer at the time, but it would let me do 17. And so then I didn't do the 17 map anymore because I just couldn't do it. Then I got a new computer. By that time 22 was out. So I didn't mess with the 17. I went ahead and did the 22 map. Well, I still have that one, and it was almost close to being done with far as XML work, but I didn't go on and finish because 25 came out. And so I was like, nah, I'm gonna go on and play 25. Like, why wouldn't you play 25? So we're gonna park this here. We don't care which way it goes. We're gonna get that big trailer, dump it, then we can move that harvester back over here. But yep, that was the days. You never touched them, but you still have them. That I don't mess with them. Like, I looked at it when I first got this computer and got it over onto this computer. I wanted to see it, but I didn't ever mess with it per se. Got about a year left in FS25. Yeah, well, I'm probably going to finish this one because I don't have to add anything specifically. Like, I've added enough other than houses. Like, I'm going to add the houses. I need to add trees and the roads and the water. But that's all, like, quicker once you get an actual plan out. Like, you're going to really do it. And then that'll go, once that part's done, that's the bigger parts. The fields, which they're not hard. And so that should go okay. Then I got to paint the farmland. Any other little painting things, you know how you got to paint certain things. And then like paint the ground with some grass or whatever, flowers. And the biggest part's going to be making decisions about what I'm going to paint, what I'm going to put where I'm going to put a tree. I could put a forest somewhere pretty easy and just whatever. But like near the houses, I got to pick where the tree's going to go. That's going to slow it down a little bit. Painting, picking the driveway types or colors or whatever, you know, those sort of things. But you can throw trees on a map and, I mean, plop down things pretty quick after you get all the basic stuff done. You know, that should make it go faster if it's just painting stuff. I mean, I could just do a live stream of painting. At that point, I could just go for a couple hours or so a day painting, you know, and finish it up. But I definitely need to finish this one. And I might jump back to 22, but by that time I may forget all about 22's. Some of it's different than this. I mean, I forgot it all. They change stuff so much. Come up with new things. I have to watch my own videos. And say, what was it? What was that I was supposed to do? Let me ask the jet. That's the one reason I'm recording too. It ain't just for just tutorials for y'all. It's tutorials to remind me. You know? So, because when you do one, say you figure something out. Say you spent a long time working on a map. Figure it out. You just worked so hard and you finally got it. You figured it out on your own. You couldn't get nowhere with no help with the, you know, you couldn't find nobody to answer or didn't see a video and you figured it out. Well, if you only do it that once and you don't record it, good luck remembering it, because you ain't gonna remember it. Unless it's something specific that is obvious, you ain't gonna remember how you did it. So you better record it or write it down. Alright, so we need to go over here. Look at this grass already growing back after we cut it. Shame on that grass. Yep. DJ said, right? You better write it down. But that's why one reason I'm recording too. So even if I wasn't recording for YouTube, I probably for certain things would record it for me. Because I don't want to forget. Let's go get this old hob of stuff. Yeah. I could forget from right now to tomorrow. I could work all day on Giants Editor, and then tomorrow I don't remember one little part. I could forget. It can happen. And then it dawned on you when you're doing it again. You figure it out, you know. Yeah, looking good. We got that place all harvested up. Look at that. Today is Why Not's birthday. Well, a happy birthday to Why Not. If you see him, tell him. I didn't get to see him in his stream. I think he did a stream. I didn't get to say happy birthday. But hopefully he had a happy birthday. Appreciate that, DJ. Look at this fence. And I'm not a big fan of fences. Who's a big fan of fences? I like the look of them maybe near the house, maybe. Not around the fields. And not all up in the... Look at that sign in the way, too. Who put that sign there? I know who did that. Chris did that. He put that sign right in my way. My. Now see, it's not enough corn in that thing to care about. We're gonna leave that corn right where it is. That is what you do. Leave the corn where it is, Jet. I think we need to clean this. Look how dirty it is. Let's get this thing and lift it up. Look at these mussels. Y'all see that? Y'all didn't know that, did you? Yeah. Look at this. Lift it up and down. Look at that. Y'all can't do that. Y'all know you can't do that. I'm telling you. You love hills? Yeah, I got hills. Maybe not as high as you want them hills. But I wanted my map to be whatever the DEM was and just a little bit of molding from me, not much. So I like things to be a specific way, and that's why I'm leaving it the way it is. I ain't trying to make it super duper. I did do around the edges a little. I still got to figure out what I'm going to do about some of the edge of the backside of it on the behind where that waterfall is going to be. I got to figure that out. It ain't going to reach over here. See, they didn't give us a long enough hose. Why would they do that? Like, does that make, you know these machines have a long hose that could go down that driveway? Tell me why they don't let you do that. Look at this. And then they make me act like I got a broke back in the game. Like, really? My goodness, girl. Look at this. Get it out of the way. Alright, not enough? Well, that's your decision. That's not my decision. There's enough for me. So there you go. You can enter that and push it around and drive. Yeah, I know. It makes you look like a grandma or something. Alright, so we clean that up. Our poor cows don't like us. I can, that says, lift the pressure while you can. I was teasing. Y'all know I was teasing. And John's like, what? Yes, I can. Everybody said, what? Alright, so this is our field that we harvested last time. And I want to go see what's in our other field, because we need to know what in the world's going on around this place. It's been so long since we've been here. Soybeans. Oh, I did plant soybeans. That, y'all remember? Do you remember? No, you don't remember. We planted them for that windmill thing that ain't ever going to get built. Let's go look at it and see. You young folk don't know how good it is to be old. Yeah, well, that's for sure. I'm not old, so I don't know. Let me see here what we got. Where is that place? It was 60. Here it is, 60. Visit. And where are we? Oh, there it is. What is that? They put that on the end over there. What in the world? I don't know why they got that. Oh, I see. That looks... Now, I don't know what it's called, but I'm going to call it almost like a keel or a rudder looking. I don't know what you call it. Let's see what we got. Oh, we're on 11 out of 19. DJ, you're just out of your mind. You can stop with all that too, you know. You just silly. No, I'm not. Actually, I'm not. Haha, no, I'm not. Alright, so let's see. 11 of 19. It's still going. Required materials, next step is rope. Oh, wait a minute. They waiting on me. We backing up. What? Rope? Give me the stuff. Do I have any rope to give them? I don't know. Do I have rope in here, y'all? I don't know if I have rope in here, so does anybody know? I think there is. Let's find out. There are some things that's not looking good, yeah. Let's see what we got here. I don't think it's gonna be there. Where is the rope? Should be coming up. We're getting... Wait a minute. There it is. Look at there. Are you sure you would like to remove... Oh, no! No, I clicked the wrong thing, y'all. Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? No, I don't. So this is what I want. Alright. I plopped a bunch of rope down for them. There they go. Now they got the rope. Now they can get back to work. Shame on them for stopping work. I ought to fire them all. My goodness. It's 11 of 19. You know, that's ridiculous how long they make it take. But this is to make the flour. The soybean's supposed to go up in here. Well, it was to make fish food, but we were making whatever we needed for the fish food. It's too many things they want for it. I don't know what their problem is with the way they set that up. I don't get it. Let's go back on over here to the farm where all our tractors and stuff is. We'll just jump in there. Oh, we ain't gonna do that right now. We could do some grass cutting. Is that our grass cutter? Well, I don't know. I'd say we do a little grass cutting. Well, I don't know though. Do we need to harvest that other field? Let me go look at it again. Cows, quit crying. We need to hook up to that water thing and give them some water. Thank you there, DJ. Alright, so this is ready to harvest. So this is our other field. Let me see what's over here. What is over here? Same thing. Okay. So technically it's ready. I guess we'll try to do it. A little bit of it anyway. We might not finish it. Let's see what we can get done. Where is that other harvester? I believe. Oh, look at there. Look at there. I think this is what we need. Alright. Off we go. At least they made better trees than they used to have. See how much better that is compared to what it was? Like, they changed a lot and made it a lot better. And I hope they do on the next one. So I guess what the next... I guess the next one's at the 3-year mark now. Because they changed it from every 2 years to 3. I suppose. 25. Now we got... What is it going to be? 28 or what? Probably 28 before they come out with one. That's crazy to think that we're already going to be at a Farm Sim 28. Alright, let's get this going, see if it works out okay. No, I don't want the worker. What are you doing? Cancel the worker. Okay. Steering assist. Okay. Show lines is alright. We should be good. Alright. What? No field. Something's wrong. No field detected? Oh, there we go. They won't. Look at that. I'm way on the field and they ain't letting me detect it. I hope they're going to let me get this back corner over here. Alright. There we go. 3 years, yeah. That's what I was thinking. That's crazy. 3 years now. I get it. I get it. That's a lot for making a whole nice game. You want to make it good and have time to do it. Depending on what you're adding and stuff. So, let's get in here and see how this looks. See, that could look better. I'm sorry. It's nice. But to me, that just could look better. I think this front black piece under the steering wheel blocks too much of that part. They should pull that back some. Make us have a better dip down view. I think that would look better. So we can see it better. But at least they're better than they were. I have to give them that. But I like the textures in Farm Sim 17. The brown color. I like the mountain rock texture. Maybe because that was my first one or I'm used to it. I liked it a lot. Could be that, but I think it was just the way they changed the other one. It looked too patterny, and the other one looked more natural to me. Now, obviously, I know I could bring them in, you know, set them all up, bring them over here. I ain't trying to do all that. I can do that, but I don't want to do that. But it's neat. It's neat that it's able to be done to bring them over. But I like them from 17. It was a simple map, but I enjoyed it. I was building an edit that was just my me practicing on it. I was going ham on an edit. Then I finally decided to start a build, and that's when the first Jules Peaceful Valley started, way back then. That one was also called Jules Peaceful Valley, because I was starting back in the day. I remember there was butterflies on there. Now, I'm sure there's probably something on here somewhere. I don't know if you remember that. Well, they are making changes that work better for consoles. Yeah, they need to. They need to. And it takes longer to get it just right. That's a lot of work. 2 years for a game? That's a lot of work. Can you imagine? You got a lot to do to make right. So, but I appreciate everybody. Welcome in if you're new. Appreciate you. Feel free to chat and ask questions. I do map making in the Giant Editor, also for Farming Simulator 25 game. And for 22 and 19 in the past I did, if you want to check out some of them. It wasn't as much as I think I've done. Well, it is for 22 mostly, but it is some for the other 19 as well. I would have done 17 if I had been, doing YouTube, but I wasn't doing YouTube then, so I understand that, but they need to stop trying to be everyone's everything. The minigame stuff is silly. The way they set it up, I wish they would have done it like Ranch Sim, and I wish they would add the hunting and the actual grabbing of the animal and the doing of that part. And I'm not saying do the whole game and a ton of stuff. I'm just saying pick certain animals, a handful of certain stuff that you can do that to. You can shoot it, you can clean it, you can cook it. Now I'm not talking go crazy with the cooking. I'm talking about maybe have three little things you do, not like a big major thing. Kind of like Ranch Sim on the fishing part. Like I don't mind the fishing, I like the fishing, but I don't like the way they set it up. I don't like the way they made that, what you're talking about, how it pops up that little thing saying you caught it. I don't like that. I'd rather see it like Ranch Sim lets you grab a whole fish and then put it in an ice chest. Now they don't let you clean it like you do the other animals. I wish they would do that. And then let you cook it as well. I wish Ranch Sim would let you do that. But Ranch Sim needs to do the map stuff and the tractors and cars and stuff and all that type of stuff like Farm Sim. And they would have a better game if they would add some of that stuff to theirs. Just a little bit of both would be great if they mixed kind of together a little bit. And like you can milk the cows on the Ranch Sim, but you can't milk the cows in that way on here. That would be cool. See, just smaller touches. It would be better than just popping up saying that about the fish. They would never do it because they would lose the Peggy 3 rating. Well, I don't know. I heard that Ford trucks are coming to FS28. Really? I hope they bring more than just Ford trucks. I mean, there's already a lot of mods. Like, I don't know. I would pick some bigger things for the map type stuff. I would think. I don't know. But it depends on what people were telling them they wanted, I guess. That's why we can't have slaughterhouses. Or hunting, yeah. Well, I get what you're saying. I guess well, that's ridiculous. To me, I don't believe in all that. I think there ain't nothing wrong with killing an animal, cleaning it, and showing it. You don't have to watch the stuff be done if you don't like it. Your will to do that is to leave, not to watch it. It shouldn't be stopped. In my opinion, that's dumb. Ford is coming. Let's see. Ford is coming with the expansion in October. Okay. Well, I definitely bought this DLC because I wanted to mess with the fishing a little, but I wish they'd have done a better job of it. It's not what I thought that it was going to be. Honestly, it's not. I really thought it was going to be much better than it was. So, along with the coffee and the llamas. Okay, so llamas are coming. And alpacas. Okay, not llamas, but alpacas. Okay, I get you. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's okay, but that's not something I kind of don't think that was a big deal. I kind of think other stuff was maybe a bigger deal than an alpaca. Like maybe, I don't know. I like them. I don't have nothing against them, but I just think they could have picked some better things to do to farm some. I don't know. But I'm not in charge, they are, so. And they get whatever people write them to, so. And a new map. Well, they should always have the maps. There goes the train. South America. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. Hopefully it's a nice map. boy, they're 19. I didn't like the 19 map. I mean, I liked some of it, like, but the way they did the houses, and it just felt so not well done to me. I was like, wow, what happened? 17 looked better as far as the looks of it, you know, the way they built it. Didn't look like it was run down and ridiculous. But I think the 19 was the horses came out, and I was happy about that, but I barely got to like do anything with it. My horse ended up in the top of a tree. Ran up next to the tree, and up the tree it went. Climbed up the tree. Up, there we go. Let's back up a little. I'm gonna turn a little bit so we can pull that trailer next to us. Now we gotta go find our trailer. Run, Jet, run! Hurry! You're slow. Better get the trailer. Alright, we gotta get this tractor. A trailer. Where is the tractor? Did I leave it? Yes, I did. Good. We'll take I guess we'll take that one. I don't know if that little arm thing's gonna reach it though. I think that is too tall. We'll try. I don't know. I think it's too tall for that thing. We'll find out. Got a mess in the road. I could clean it up with that constructor thing. I don't want to mess with it. We'll just leave our mess there. That's our marking to show us where we are. That's at the end of every one of these. That's funny. Showing us that we finally made it on the road to our house. When we see the grass, we know we're home. Some marking. It's on purpose. Alright, let's see what we got. Appreciate everybody. Hope you are enjoying. Smash that like button. We're trying to get these soybeans done. We want to get that when that windmill's ready. We want to have everything ready. We got to make sure we don't sell these though, because that's what we got these for. Thank you, DJ. Nice, he says. It says, who made that mess? Dang neighborhood kids. Yep. So, oh, look at that. What is that? Oh, that's the soybean. Look at that. What is that over there? My goodness. Open up. Get this out of view so we can see. See, it's too tall. I knew it was. I thought it was. My goodness. I don't think you can move that pipe up, can you? Oh, come on. We can figure it out. There we go. Now, why would you make that thing do that? Why would you not make it tall enough for this tallest trailer? Tell me that. Why would you not do that? You're going to force me to buy another harvester, right? Right? I think that's wrong. You're forcing somebody to buy a harvester. I mean, give me a break. Yeah, we made a mess over there, that's for sure, when we was cutting grass. We was cutting every piece of grass there was. Or a smaller trailer. Yeah, true. But who gonna buy a smaller trailer? You know you want the big trailer, so you're gonna have to buy a bigger harvester. Nope, stop, Joel. You gotta lower it. Now go. Now we got that old trailer in the way again. Look at her. She left it. She knew. She didn't care. She just left it sitting there. Y'all see how she does? What are you doing, Joel? Huh? Who said you could do that? I didn't. Oh, I like the inside of that. Look at that. Now that looks good. She's like, yeah, boy. Good old Massey. Look at that. Look at all them pulleys in there. Oh, we're in the other field, y'all. Look at that. Not even paying attention. We'll be drove off a cliff. Look at that. My goodness, girl. Alright, straighten it out. There we go. I think that's a decent little sized field. I like the smaller fields. I know y'all like the bigger fields, but I like this size field here so you can kind of get it done in a day round of whatever you're doing, so that you don't have to go and go and go and go and go. I kind of like that. Let's get in there a minute. I would love to do more in Blender. I had done a bunch in Blender, but I just don't have time to do everything. And I want to finish the map, so I don't want to get sidetracked on Blender again. Alright, we're going to just cut through the middle here, because that's where we are. I'm going to turn and back up a little here. We're just going to cut right through here, because they want to put it on an angle, so we're going to go on an angle. You're scared of Blender? Really? Well, if you go in there and you start working on something, you're gonna get, if you do something small and you like it, you're gonna get hooked, and then you're never gonna leave. And that was the problem. I was getting too sidetracked. And I'm like, I can't be over here. I gotta be doing this farm sim and Giants Editor. So I did a bunch of stuff, and I did pretty good. I ain't perfect. I'm still a newbie over there. I probably forgot most of what I learned, but I'm pretty quick learner. For the moment, in the moment, I might forget it the next day, but I'm learning it in the moment, and I go ahead and fix the problem. So I love Blender. I mean, I've got a project I should be done working on that I was doing for Farm Sim, but I ain't going. I'm gonna have to get back on it and try to finish it. Hopefully. We'll see. Well, it is a lot, and it can be complicated, but if you start with something super duper small, like think of something you want to make a mod, and then super duper small thing that's simple, try to do that first, get some basic concepts down, and you'll be alright. I think it's more intimidating. Look, when you was doing the Giants Editor and I wasn't, okay? I was like, I don't know, that's a lot to learn, I don't know. But then when I went in there and forced myself in there to look, and didn't just assume I couldn't do it, and just figure, I'm just gonna do it. That's the way I tackle things. I can do it, and I do it. And that's how I tackle things. So I went on in there and did it. So that's how that works. So you could do it. If you knew that, you could do that too. There's only a few little things you'd have to learn a little bit harder to get really down the system down. I gotta learn a little more on some of that. I was doing some deep stuff on there for a little bit there, about a year back, but then I kind of got back to my map stuff because I was spending too much time in there, honestly. And but I'd like to get back in there and do even more and learn even more. It's cool. It's fun. You can make mods for here. You can do all kind of stuff in there. I was making all kind of stuff. I had that one video where it shows some of the stuff I made. Actually, it shows almost most of it all in the one video, but some of it wasn't fully done, like necessarily like with the texture side of things, because I didn't have time to do all of that. But I did make the actual thing that you saw. And now the billiard ball I did, that was a big long thing I did. I don't know, I took from 2 or 3 different videos and just meshed it all in my head and said, okay, this is how I'm gonna do it, and I did it that way and it worked. But as far as definitely on the texture side of those, I'd have to do a little more on that side in Blender, just to be sure, make sure it's good enough for Farm Sim. But since Farm Sim has so many rules and things, I don't know everything on that. I hadn't tried to do any of that on publishing anything, so I don't know all their rules on what they allow or don't allow. It says I could do it, mostly I don't have the patience for it. Yeah, well, it definitely takes patience unless you're doing something super small. Like if you go in there and make a ball or some sort of something, and maybe you can do it because it's not going to take so much time. But if you're trying to do anything really with any kind of detail, yeah, Like, I like to make the signs in there. I made a bunch of signs for people. I made so many. I ain't even made a sign. I might have barely made a sign for me. I made so many signs for everybody else. I ain't even made my sign yet. I'm gonna have to relearn everything. Now I pretty well got it down, but I was making signs. I like the signs. I was doing a bunch with that, and then I was trying to learn a bunch of other things too. It's pretty cool. We'd like to learn. Oh, I did water. I did do water in Blender before. I did do that. I had that down pretty good, and I plan to either do that for this one again, or now I didn't do fully the roads. I did some stuff with the roads. I didn't show a video, but I didn't like. There is you can do stuff with the roads for sure in Blender too. That is also a good thing. Shows 9 watching, 12 likes. Okay, thank you, John, for telling me that. Yeah, you know I can't see that, so I don't even know. I don't even know if there's one person watching. So I appreciate you letting me know. Welcome in, everybody. Smash the like button. This is Jewel the Jet talking to you. On my way to 2,000 subscribers. We are working on this field of soybean and talking about map making stuff. And Blender. So I hope you are enjoying the conversation. Having a good time on this live. Figured I'd go live and enjoy some farm sim. I love me some farm sim. I loved it since 17, and 22 was nice. I wasn't as big a fan of 19. I know everybody that likes 19's mad at me. It's okay. I like 19. They were good. Just wasn't. I didn't get to play it as much, so that's the only reason I didn't like it as much. So if I'd have played it, I'd have liked it. I'm sure I would have. So, I played it some. I did more map making on it than playing it. I'm more about a map. I think the map making is like my game, my simulator, more than the farming. I like the farming, don't get me wrong. I'm farming now. But, definitely. And in Blender, oh, I love Blender. That's so much fun when you get going in there. If people are intimidated, I'm going to tell you, if you're watching right now and you're intimidated by a Giants editor, don't be. Go in there and do the basic small stuff at first. Learn it. Enjoy that first. Get a good feeling for it. And then start working your way up the line. Don't go making yourself, the buttons aren't as bad as they seem. Everything looks like there's a million buttons and you don't know what to hit. Don't panic like that. Just read up on it or watch a tutorial. I have a bunch of tutorials on some of that. On FS25, 19, 22. Watch some of that. I'm no expert perfectly. I would even call myself, even if I knew something, I don't even call myself an expert. That's just not what I do. I teach you what I know and what I learn, and if I make a mistake, I'll let you know. Or if I find something further that is broken on other things, I'll let you know that too. Like on Riverbend. Their shed that they put in Riverbend has XML for the twister, and it don't work. No matter how many times you spawn a twister on that shed, it is not going to do what it's supposed to do. So, only on certain ones. So, sometimes things are broke even on the main game. So, I just let you know what I learn and figure out. That's just me. And then y'all know a bunch of things. And usually I learn a lot when somebody asks a question, because if I don't know the answer, I'll figure it out for them most of the time. Not always. If I don't have time to, I can't. I have to have time. And some of those things take a little longer than other things. So I have to pick and choose what I can do. And then sometimes I wait around because I'm going to do a video on it. I have a couple lined up that y'all have asked a question about that I'm going to do a video on, but I got to wait a little bit closer to when I'm going to do that on my map. So that's what I'm waiting on. So if you think I forgot your question or I'm not answering it, I haven't. It'll happen. It says once you make the map, you have to test to make sure it's playable. Well, yes, that's true, but I pretty well test most of the time as I'm making it. So I'm gonna test it, but I will I know, that's a hint to let people test it. I know what that is. I'll let somebody help probably to test it. But I'm pretty well gonna. I test what I do. Come on now, turn on your little machine. It didn't want to turn on there for a minute. Hey, get back on there. Alright, you gotta run. Have a great stream. Alright, see you later, Chris. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I know what that is, John. He. That's saying, let me test it. Yeah, I'll probably let somebody. If I get that far along, of course I'll let somebody test it. Unless it's all perfect and I already tested it, and then, you know. But I'm gonna release it to people, I guess. Unless I change my mind. Y'all better hit that like button and watch the videos and say, I'm waiting on that map. You might wait forever, but when it comes, hey, I'll try to get it out there where y'all can get it and play it. I'm gonna do a live stream on some of it, but most of it I gotta do on a regular video, so because I don't want the video too long for y'all trying to learn. I'm trying to shorten them up so y'all can learn them. And some of it's repetitive, but I'm doing it that way on purpose so people can find the video. So it's not intentional to be repetitive, it's intentional to make it so I can have y'all find the video. So that I can put a title into a specific thing we did and y'all be able to find it. Because I know when you search a certain word, you're not going to find that video unless it's in the title. And if they don't put that in the title, what's in the video, you're just not going to find it. So I'm trying to be very specific with the title of what I'm doing so that you know, and you do a search and then you find it. You've been waiting since FS22 because of the FS22 map? Well, that one still could be finished. I can still finish that if I want to. And I might after this one. I may do that off screen though. Welcome in there. What does it say? Does it say Bane? I can't see good on there. Caffney. Should we go out and start our own farm? For like map making, or are you talking about, what you talking about? Give me a little more with your question. Sometimes it's okay. Oh, John, you might have to tend to this. Yeah, might be somebody not doing right. Let's do right in the chat, please. Thank you. Wait. Well, as long as you type appropriate, we'll not do nothing, but let's be nice. Alright, here we go. Bro, real life farming. Yeah, but that's not appropriate to come into a stream talking about that. You must either a child or a troll or something. I don't know. Most people don't talk about that unless there's something specific being talked about. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think your questions are legitimate questions. You're not really trying to really ask a question. You're just being silly. And that's okay, but to a degree. So, try to be cool. Yeah, well, you wasn't talking about that, so. Anyway, appreciate everybody. We're getting the soybean harvest done, and look how good the field's looking. Let's go out into this view. Look at the sun shining down on this. This is so pretty. They did a good job on it. Got the mountain view there. There we go. There goes the train. Look out. There we go. Oh, we done full again. What do you know? Let's hop on out. Get this trailer loaded up. Look at that. All them lines look so good. Yep. Trains are nice to use. I'm gonna back up a little here because this is too close. Let's move this out of the way anyway because we don't want him getting in the way. Gotta back up over the edge anyway. There we go. Hey there, DJ. I'm sure you're half asleep by now. Well, first of all, I'm a girl, and I'm in the harvester right now, so no, we can't jump off anything right now. But yes, in the tractors, it's fun to jump off some stuff. That's cool. Especially if you set up a track or build a map that way, that's fun. Alright. It's okay. Don't worry about it. There we go. Get that out of the way. Get back up in here. Off we go. Nope, we gotta lower this down again. Now then. We'll close that up. Appreciate everybody. Welcome in if you're new. Welcome to the channel. Feel free to chat. And subscribe if you haven't already. Channel's growing quickly and I do thank you. And I'm at 2,000, almost 2,000 subs. We're at like 1,700 and I don't know, 79 or something. So we're getting there, and we'll hopefully get this field here harvested. We're probably not going to go much longer after that. We'll pack all this up, put it over there. We'll probably be about done. Can you, somebody time that person out, please? Because that's enough. I mean, I got moderators and they're not even, you know. Can y'all do that? Thank you. I gave them plenty of chances to not be just doing nonsense stuff. Look, I'm not that type of person to put up with a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry. And some things aren't necessarily meant bad per se. Some people can be a little bit of a jokester, and I understand that, and I'm okay with that to a degree. Okay, but I'm just the one, I shut things down if it's a problem to me. It might not be a problem to anybody but me. I ain't gonna do it. So, I'll shut it down. I apologize if that bothers anybody else. But y'all gonna have to know that's just me. And I'm gonna be me. So anyway, we won't do that field on this episode, but maybe next time, and we'll hopefully get some of that grass field over there done. We need to really do a lot more on the, I love the silage side of things. So I'd like to get this stuff going good to do a bunch of silage on this map and get all that going. That's fun to me. So we're gonna do these, and we'll pull those soybean trailers over there to the farm, and we might wash up the vehicle or the harvester, and that's pretty much going to do it probably for this stream. At that point, we're trying to shoot for 2-hour streams. Not always. Some might be an hour, some might be longer, depending on what's going on. I love those leaves. Y'all see them leaves up in that tree? That looks good. So Sometimes we'll do a longer one if we're doing something and we're really wanting to finish or whatever. But I'm gonna shoot for 2 hours on certain streams, and some will be less. Just depends. And now if it's a Giants editor and I'm just really just getting a lot of work done, and it's the whole point is just to get a bunch of work done, and it's not necessarily anything vital to XML work or anything like that, I may do longer. Not sure. Well, well, I had to ask, and you had to do it by the time I asked, so they don't want to jump the gun either. So what the moderators in the chat have done thus far is fine because I didn't tell them to do anything. I don't want y'all just to willy nilly, nothing crazy, but uh, if I ask, I definitely would like for y'all to do something. There's only a little speck over there. I'm not gonna go get that speck. We're gonna stay over here and go get that trailer. We'll pop this thing out. There we go. Run and get this trailer. There we go. Now then. We almost got this one half full. I don't know if we'll get it maybe just over half, I think. Maybe 60. Hopefully. Stream on. That loser's gone. Yep. No, I wouldn't be stopping because of no person in the chat. That's for certain. I'm not the one to do that either. It's just pushing 2 hours. I gotta watch out for my computer because of how it gets hot. And I got a storm coming any minute. So I do have to finish this build up. And I would start the other one, but if I know it would take too long, the storm would get here before I could finish it. Otherwise, I would finish that build. But we will do Farm Sim again. I like it. It's fun to do. And we're going to do a lot more on here that we hadn't done. Look at this pitiful thing. It's hard to get that thing in there. There we go. But I appreciate that simulator YouTuber, and I appreciate you for being here. And everybody that's here, I appreciate you. I would have let him go if he wasn't being just ridiculous on stuff. I don't mind some stuff, but you can tell when somebody's just there to do that or not. And if they come in and that's all what they start with, then you already know that's what they're there for. That's my only thing. If they do it after they've been coming and it kind of was like a one-off, I ain't too worried as much. I ain't gonna freak out about it. So I don't know why you even saying all that, DJ. I'm not even gonna read that out loud. I don't know what's up with you. Been a little strange lately. I don't have a reason to take anybody's mod, and I don't know why you would think that. If somebody don't mod, and I modded them, I had a reason for modding them. Whether they're actually doing anything or not, I'm not gonna, fret over it. So. I was about to park it in front of that door. We better not do that. YouTube was buffering on your phone. Yeah, I understand. Mine used to do that when I'd be trying to post links and I would try to load one. And I'd be sitting there fast as all get out, grabbing the link to post to somebody. And it just spin and spin and spin and I can't even get it. And people think I ain't doing it, but I am. But sometimes that happens. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I'm cool with you, and I hope you're still cool with me, and I hope things can be the way they should be and not any kind of, you know. So I'm cool with you. I don't have anything against anyone. Maybe you get some rest, get some sleep, get your videos going on your stuff, and be all set. We'll pull this over here because we're going to have a whole bunch more of that coming because we're going to be using it for fish food. We're just going to at least make some to see how that works. We're not worried too much about like having tons of it. I'm going to spin around and drive this back up here. There we go. When you streamed, you got some bad ones in chat, but it not bother you. Yeah. Yeah. It don't bother me. Like I don't care. I just don't want to. For the people that's there, I don't want people. I mean, they don't want to see all that if it's somebody just pestering, you know. I just felt like it wasn't going to be a regular person to do it. It was like they were there for that purpose, and I'm not okay with just being there to be silly and mean and just being ridiculous. If you're being silly in an appropriate way, I don't care about that. Nobody cares about that. It's just being silly and funny, but not just being weird about it. Alright, that one's done. I don't think we can reach this, so I don't want to drive this either. I'd rather pick this thing up. We're keeping these clean because we hadn't kept up with that. We need to keep up with them. We are cool beans, miss. Good. Alright, I hope so. Because I am. I don't have anything about anybody. I love everybody, and I'm friends with whoever I'm friends with. I'm still friends with them. Even if we have issues at times, I'm still friends with them. I don't change that. That don't never change. It would have to be egregious for that to change, I suppose. But anyway, we're going to head over here. Maybe throw our cows a bell. We're getting ready to end it. I appreciate everybody that came. We should have gave these cows some water. We ought to be ashamed. Maybe we'll give them one thing of water real quick and then we'll end it. Okay, we'll put this here so next time we'll be close to feeding them. Let's go ahead and get this trailer hooked up. We used to leave a tractor there. People like that get locked up. Well, that's a possibility. Alright, let me see. I think a lot of it sometimes can be kids. I'm not saying that one was a kid. A lot of times people do that, they're kids. You know. So. Well, I'm being lazy, DJ. Don't you know that? I don't care about these cows. They ain't even supposed to be here as far as I'm concerned. We didn't plant them cows there. They ain't supposed to be there. This was giants doing that, putting these cows here. They can tend to them. Nah, I got the solids thing. I'm gonna have to buy another one, and the TMR thing. I was gonna give them TMR, but the machine was broke, or I wasn't. No, it was the one. I don't know where it is. I would show y'all. Where is it? It's over here. Maybe. Is it over here? Yes. This one was wanting the loose stuff and not taking the bells. So, for whatever reason, I don't know why. I guess it only takes the loose pieces to make what it's supposed to make. So, I don't know. So, the other one I didn't get, so I would have had to got one that I could throw a bell in there. But I didn't have one. So, I would have been feeding them TMR. But you can look and see what's up with them. They definitely need hay, but I had some hay, but I think we already gave it all to them. And we ran out, and I just hadn't got it anymore. But yes, they need some. And we got this mess here, but I think it looks cute, because now it looks like they can play in it. That was my mess I made. But, did you hook a tractor to it? Yes. I already gave them water. You didn't see me? I already gave them the water. see it. It's already done. Anyway. Well, we're gonna go ahead and call that on this one. I hope, no, yes, it was a tractor hooked to it. I'm sorry, DJ, I thought you were talking about that. Yes, I hooked a tractor to it. It still wouldn't do it. It wanted the loose stuff you scoop up and dump in loose. And, yeah. And I thought it was gonna use these and it wasn't working. It could just be that machine. I'd have to retest it. I hadn't retested it anymore. Yes, it was on. Everything was on, everything. Anyway. That's gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and call that a video here, but stay tuned for Friday. I'm gonna try to go live at 7 p.m. Friday night Central Standard Time, unless there's a storm. If I bump it up in time, it could be 12 p.m. on that Friday, or it could be 2 p.m. or 7 p.m. Those are my times I'm trying to shoot for. DJ goes live often at about 4:30 my time, Central Time. So depending on when he's able to. So I try to be done by it at that time or go after it. So right around there, real close to that. So stream more. Yeah, I'm gonna stream more. I'm planning to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'll do more farm sim. We may even pick a specific day to do the farm sim potentially. I'm not gonna lock myself into any day, but we're definitely gonna do more farm sim stuff, especially trying to get more done on this map. Thank you so much, Simulator YouTuber. And DJ said he'll be live Friday, so that'll probably be closer to his original time. So mine would be after his, or at least right at the end of his. Pretty much. Hopefully he can go, maybe he can go live a hair early to get his full 3 hours. But take care, John. Appreciate you. Take care, DJ and Chris that had came in, if you happen to still be around. Anybody else that didn't speak, thank you. Everybody, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, sharing, all those things. Stay tuned. It'll be 12 p.m., 2 p.m., or 7 p.m. Whenever I go live, you'll just see it pop up. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to catch you on the next one. I appreciate everybody, and I'll see you then. Goodbye, everybody.